afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the RotoBaller Radio Fantasy Baseball Preview Series right here on RotoBaller Radio's YouTube channel, as well as wherever you listen to your RotoBaller Radio podcasts. I'm your host, Anthony Aniano. Happy to be with you here today as we continue our ADP breakdown of each and every position to help you prepare for your fantasy baseball draft. Guys, don't forget, head over to rotoballer.com and check out everything there. The main page, premium package, expert chats, whatever sport you are looking for. Football, basketball, MMA, esports, NASCAR, PGA, or Major League Baseball, rotoballer.com has you covered. DFS or season-long players, head over to rotoballer.com right now and sign up for that Major League Baseball premium package, including our draft sheets, our sortable ranking sheets, our DFS lineup optimizers, our draft guide, and all the great content at that Major League Baseball premium package. And save yourself a little bit of money. Sign up using the promotional code ACES, telling them Anthony sent you. And guys, on your phones, get the RotoBaller app. The new fantasy baseball app is available now, free of charge. So sign up, go to your app store and get that MLB RotoBaller app as well. All right. If you've been following, you've seen the first base, the second base, the shortstop ADP analysis, finding values later in your drafts. And today, we're going to break down the third base position. I got 5 players today at the third base position. A lot of depth, a lot of value late. And we'll start in round 6 or 7 based on the NFBC ADP. Eugenio Suarez of the Cincinnati Reds, 29 years old, hitting 4th in that Reds lineup. Guys, he's currently the 9th. That tells you how deep the third base position is. Okay, we know Jose Ramirez. We know Nolan Arenado. Eugenio Suarez is going 9th on average in the NFBC at the third base position. Overall ADP at about 77, 78. 12-team league, you're looking at round 6, round 7. RotoBaller also has him ranked 9th. Overall player number 72. And people are running scared off of his 2020 batting average. With that 202 batting average last year, the power still played. 15 home runs, 38 RBIs, and 231 plate appearances. Strikeout rate stayed his norm, right? Career 25% K rate. Last year was about 29%, but we saw a spike in his walk rate from 9.8 career average, a 10.6 in 2019, to that 13% walk rate in 2020. So although the K rate was a little bit up, so was the walk rate. Still hit the ball hard a ton, 43.9% of the time last year, up from his monster 2019 of 40.1. Now, you say, Anthony, his 2019 was off the charts, and it was 49 homers, 103 RBIs, and a 271 batting average. He is a career 261 hitter, and that's why I'm not losing sleep over the 202 batting average in those 231 plate appearances last year. It's very simple. Eugenio Suarez has a career 310 batting average on balls in play. That's where he's been his whole career, which has led to a 246 lifetime average. A 261 lifetime average with that 310 batting average on balls in play. Sign me up, 30 homers, 261. Last year's batting average on balls in play plummeted. He hit into some bad luck. The batting average on balls in play was only 214, thus the 202 batting average. The BABIP goes back to his norms, the batting average will go back to his norms, and the power will remain. So I don't often talk about value in round 6 or round 7, but Eugenio Suarez could easily outperform that ADP. ATC has his predictions at 246, 37 homers, 101 RBIs with a 341 on-base percentage. I'll give him an even better batting average, settle in at about 265. All right. Second is the young player in Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. Okay. 13th in the NFBC ADP, also 13th on RotoBaller's ranking. NFBC has him going at about pick 105, round 8, round 9. Now, the nice thing about the young kid, first base and third base eligible. Okay. Now, last season in 2020, 180 plate appearances, a little bit of power, 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, terrific batting average, 338. A 400 on-base percentage. Sign me up in an OBP league. 20% K rate. You love that out of a young kid. Walk rate almost at 9%. Hit the ball hard a ton. Better than Suarez at 46%. Weighted runs created was excellent at 139. So it was a terrific rookie season for the young kid. Now, I compare that to his 2019, where he's split between A ball and double A, and the power is there, 21 home runs. We see if he develops into a 30, 35 home run hitter type of player. But the batting average and on-base percentage is legitimate. He was a 300-plus hitter throughout the minor leagues. He was a 400-plus higher on-base percentage guy. Terrific K rate, less than 15% throughout the minors. And his walk rate throughout the minors was over 10%. So he had a terrific approach through the minor leagues. He comes to the major leagues last year and doesn't change that approach. 9% walk rate, K rate spiked a little bit, 20%. Batting average stayed on the right side of 300, and so did the on-base percentage stay on the right side of 400. Power, tough to predict. I can't put him over 25 home runs just yet, but he could settle in at about 20 with close to a 300 batting average for you this year with regular at-bats for the Philadelphia Phillies. ATC has him at 282 with 19 home runs and 78 RBIs. Seems like a pretty good assessment. I'll give him a little bit higher on the batting average, though. I'll settle in at about 295. Now, keep in mind, he's 13th in the RotoBaller rankings. If you hold true to in a 12-team league, you're looking at a corner infielder there, potentially. You give me a corner infielder with 20 homers, 290 batting average, sign me up for that all day long. You'll love that type of production. First base, third base eligible. He'll hit second in that Philadelphia lineup, can provide some runs scored as well for you, batting in the number 2 spot. Up third, Matt Chapman, being grossly undervalued right now. Currently going rounds 9, round 10. I got him even later than that in the Tout Draft and Hold League. While NFBC has him at number 14, as does RotoBaller, who has him as the 107th overall ranked player. In the case of another player who saw his batting average drop in the shortened season last year, only 152 at-bats. Okay, about a quarter of what he'll see over a full season. In 2019, he had 670 plate appearances. Okay, 10 home runs last year, 25 RBIs. Now, here's your concerns. 232 batting average last season in that 250 or so at-bats. A 276 on-base percentage, which is terrible. And a huge spike in strikeout rate, 35.5%, while with a big drop in walk rate down to 5.3%. Now, when he hit it hard. Almost 52% of the times was his hard hit rate. All right, so you love that. So you know the power's going to play. But let's break this down, okay? In 150 at-bats, which is such a small sample, he struck out 35.5% of the time. 2019, in 670 plate appearances, his strikeout rate was 21.9%. You're talking about almost a 14% increase in K rate. His walk rate last year, that short sample, 5.3%. In 2019, it was 10.9%. He is a career about 25% K rate, almost a 10% walk rate. That's what he is, okay? He's 27 years old. He is not going to suddenly become a 35% strikeout guy over a full season. I am not remotely concerned about that. I expect those numbers to go back to the norm. Okay, this is a classic situation of why we're not overanalyzing 150 plate appearances last year. Okay, his 2019 was outstanding. 36 homers, 91 RBIs, 102 runs scored, 249 with a 342 on base percentage. Okay, he is a career 255 hitter with a 336 on base percentage. All right, he's a career 127 weighted runs created plus. ATC has him at 32 homers, 85 RBIs, 246. Okay, I'll sign up for that as a 10th, 11th round third baseman, corner infield potential option, currently going as third baseman number 14. Okay, power plays, there's batting average upside. It's going to be better than last year. Give me 250 and 30 with 100 RBIs. That's what Matt Chapman is potentially. Okay, assuming that K rate goes back to the norms, assuming the walk rate goes back to the norms, his on-base percentage in OBP leagues should easily be in the 340s. So Matt Chapman, don't run scared of that batting average from last year. Now, deep dive a little bit more and now start filling that corner infield spot. New York Yankee Gio Urshela, okay? NFBC has him as third baseman 18. RotoBaller has him as third baseman 16. overall ADP in the NFBC sits at about 159. RotoBaller has him a little higher at 138. You're looking at around 13, 14 pick, and terrific value there. I've seen him go later in TGFBI, as well as the tout draft and hold. Now, before he joined the Yankees, he had hit 233, 224, and 225. He was a borderline major league hitter. Okay? Goes to the Yankees. They spray their pixie dust all over the place. Okay? His now career batting average is up to 273. And that's in 2 years as a Yankee. In 2019, he hit 314 with a 355 on-base percentage. Last season, batting average dipped a little bit to 298, but his on-base percentage went up to 368. He does not strike out. Last year, 14.4%. Okay, career 17.6% K rate. Last season, a career high walk rate at 10.3%. A career high weighted run created plus at 133. And a hard hit rate last year of 40.8%. Year before was 41.5%. So he's essentially a 41% hard hit rate since joining the New York Yankees. Now, that 2019 season with the Yankees is kind of where I have him slated to finish. 21 homers, 74 RBIs, somewhere around the 300 batting average. Last season, he was on the pace for about 20 home runs and a 300 batting average, and that's what you're getting with him. It's a safe floor. It's not an overly exciting ceiling, but the floor is very, very safe. 300, 20, 75, 80 RBIs potentially. Now, he's going to be hitting near the bottom of that Yankee lineup, 7th or 8th. So the reality is the ability to drive in runs, those run-producing situations, will be there throughout the season. You can even see him easily push 90 or more RBIs. ATC has him at 276 with 19 home runs. My opinion, that batting average is too low. I have him closer to 295, 300, but the power sits right about that 19 to 22 home run range. And finally, staying in New York, J.D. Davis of the New York Mets, whose value continues to go down, continues to drop. Why? Because there was trade rumors around J.D. Davis all off season. Okay, then the Mets go out and sign Jonathan Villar. And they immediately, if you look on Twitter, people had him immediately being the third baseman for the New York Mets. It's not happening. Jonathan Villar will be the super sub. Play some second, some short, some third, some outfield for the Mets. J.D. Davis will be the primary third baseman for the Mets. His defense was good enough, and he does hit. He'll hit 7th in that Met lineup. And another situation is, don't overanalyze what he did last year, even though it wasn't terrible. And get a little more excited over J.D. Davis, by the way, in an on-base percentage league. Last year, he hit 247. Guys, on-base percentage last year was 371. He walked 13.5% of the time, struck out about 24.5% of the time. 6 homers, 19 RBIs, 26 runs scored last year. Okay, doesn't run. Hit the ball hard 45% of the time. All of these third basemen I mentioned have a terrific hard hit rate. All right? Now, he's currently in NFBC, third baseman 24. RotoBaller has him as third baseman 29. Okay? His ADP, overall player, is about 226, 227. You're looking at almost around 20 pick is J.D. Davis. People forgetting about that 2019 and 453 plate appearances, 22 homers. He hit 307 with a 369 on-base percentage. He's a terrific on-base percentage guy with the ability to hit 20 home runs and drive in 80. Similar to Gio Urshela of the New York Yankees. And J.D. Davis giving you third base and outfield eligible. If you get him as your 5th outfielder, sign me up all day. Get either him or Urshela as your corner infielder. I'm thrilled with that outcome. Okay? ATC has him at 17 home runs, 261. I say 270 and over 20 ding-dongs this season for J.D. Davis. All right? So, Eugenio Suarez, Alec Bohm, Matt Chapman, Gio Urshela, J.D. Davis, 5 third basemen who could easily outperform their current ADP. All right, guys, follow me on Twitter at Aniano of Fantasy. Make sure you check out all the great content on RotoBaller's YouTube channel, including all of my ADP breakdowns. And like I said at the start, don't forget to go to rotoballer.com, sign up for a premium package using the promo code ACES, and download RotoBaller's free fantasy baseball app. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time. Stay smart, stay safe. Have a good one, everybody.